Ready? This live video starting. What's up, guys? How y'all doing out there? I'm Doug Best, and today is Sunday. We on the Doug Best Show. Oh my God, we in Best Taxes. The place been so busy, and I want to shout out to my son, Too Fresh De Niro, streetwear, straight to the bag. And today we got a beautiful opportunity to converse with a brilliant brother. Before we start talking, I was just sitting over there just chatting with him for a few minutes, Dr. Marlon Halls, and he was a coach at Roosevelt. My main man over there now is Jerry Taylor, JT. And Dr. Hall, he's here. He want to converse about, a fundraising event, barbecue that they're going to have at Bethlehem. Am I saying it right?
New Bethlehem.
New Bethlehem Church over on the west side over there on Cavlin.
Yes.
Yeah, Doc, pull the microphone up to you a little bit, and then just introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Dr. Marlon Hall. I'm a retired community college president, retired educator for almost 40 years. Taught in Fresno Unified, West Hills College District, president at Lassen Community College, interim president at Fresno City College, and retired. And I'm just enjoying retirement and getting involved with community work and lay ministry, and I'm just having a great time, and I'm serving the Lord.
Yeah, beautiful. And guys, before we get going too far, I always want to just tell everybody out there that, man, this thing is growing. And I really haven't had the opportunity. I'm talking about the Doug Best Show. It's growing. We almost like at 1,000 subscribers right now. And, between TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, we had like about 20,000 when you combine everything together. Like Don Lemon them maybe have 1,000,000 people, but they got sponsorships behind them. This is grassroots, and that's why I'm so happy that my brother, my old friend, Lee Porter, he's the preacher, pastor, that's the right word.
Right, pastor.
He's the pastor over that at the Bethlehem.
Community church.
Community church right off Cavlin and Walnut over
right,
there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Guys, I just want to tell everybody out there, man, that it's a miracle, and, it's an honor and it's a privilege for you guys to be trusting me to let me do your taxes, to follow me on Facebook, follow me on the social media here, the Doug Best Show. And I was just telling the good brother right there, he from Chicago. Even though he's a doctor, his roots is from Chicago. I just want to thank everybody for letting me be your friend and you guys tuning in to the Doug Best Show. I was just telling him, this is the modern day TV. Doc, talk to the people about, about this fundraising, this barbecue.
Well, the House of Bread Ministry is part of New Bethlehem Community Church, but also we have alliances with other churches. And basically what we're trying to do is Bethlehem in the Bible means bread. So we're feeding the community, quenching their thirst, and providing for them like we can provide for anyone. We're going on the philosophy of Matthew 25, 35 through 40, which means what Christ said, that what you did for him, least for him, you did for me. So we want to do more for our community. We want to provide resources to our West Fresno community because I've lived in California 48 years. I came here from Chicago to go to college. And basically what I've seen is that the most neglected areas in our city is East Fresno, where I live, and also West Fresno, where I taught for 10 years. And we need to bring our community up to par and just make people know that we're a sleeping giant, but also we need to let them be aware, and we want to organize with them to provide resources with them so our community can grow. And we want our community to grow. And we want to grow our youth and our adults, and we want to bring some positive reinforcements and ideas from our community so our city of Fresno can understand that we are a sleeping giant in West Fresno.
I agree with that. And then, guys, what the beautiful thing is about with the good brother being in here. I was trying earlier this week, man, I seen the thing, and I'm not going to get sidetracked too much, about what Trump is doing. My wife is Hispanic. And then we see what they're doing. We had an issue where a family member was literally taken back to Mexico. So now it's personal.
Yes.
And what I was thinking, Doc, we're going to go back to the fundraiser.
Yes.
The barbecue fundraiser. But I just want to touch this just briefly. Man, if we got anybody out there, if you know any Spanish person out there, it could be Aries, the city councilman, somebody knowing. Man, give him my number. This is an open platform. I don't got no political agenda or nothing like that. But I know one thing for sure, and the brother, he gonna talk about this about West Fresno with the black people in a minute, but with the Mexican people. If we got anybody out there that want to come be on the Doug Best Show, we close Best Taxes. And you tell them, Doc, you tell them if I'm lying. We had about 6 people coming in here right now wanting to do their taxes. But I said, no, I'm finna do a podcast. And then you guys know what the financial situation would be if I did 6 people taxes. It's going to be a lot of money, but this is more important to me. But let me stay on point. If you guys know any Mexican person out there, man, don't be scared. This is your platform. What Trump is doing to the Mexican people, I'm going to say it like this. Black people, I don't know about the brother here. I ain't finna go pick no tomatoes. I ain't picking no grapes. I ain't picking nothing. I'm going to pick a bunch of money up off the floor. That's all I'm going to do. And
that's why I got a college education, so I wouldn't have to do that.
And then guys, we're going to go back to the brother real fast. Man, I'm telling you right now. Man, if the Mexicans didn't go to work, didn't do nothing for 3 days, man, this economy would stop.
And the prices are going this way.
And then guys out there, so how do the Mexican situation apply to us, the regular people? If the Mexicans don't go out there and pick the grapes, the Mexicans don't go out there and pick the tomatoes, the Mexicans don't go out there and do the work, the prices is going to go up because the white people ain't finna go out there and do it, and the black people definitely ain't going to do it.
That's true.
But I ain't going to get sidebarred. But I want if we got anybody, any Mexican person out there that need a platform, come get on my show. Man, I don't care what you want to say. You know, we always want to be respectful. We always want to be respectful. But what they trying to do to them people is wrong. And then if you need a platform to come get on here and talk about it, it could be Aries, the city councilman. It could be Joe Blow down the street that's shooting crack, or smoking crack, whatever the hell they do. You could come on here and you could talk about it because, you know, it's personal with me and it's personal with a lot of people. And then, Doc, I'm going to yield the microphone to my good brother, Dr. Marlon Halls, doctor of education,
yes,
not
sir.
Medicine. So I got to stress that. Talk to the people, man, and then just, you know, Doc, you know, one thing is, man, talk to the people, man. Just be you, man.
Well, first of all, I have a love for people, especially males of color. That means my Latino males and my black males. And the reason being is because a lot of us are in prison, and we should be out here doing things for our community. If you look at college enrollments right now, I was a guest speaker in 2022 at the Cal State Fresno African American commencement ceremony. And in the class that was there was 70% of the students that were graduating were female, 30% were male. And I don't have a problem with the females. I congratulated them, but we've got to get.
You know, I love the women.
Yeah, and brothers, we got to get more of us there, and actually not just there, but we've got to get them graduated. Because my platform as an educator has always been completion, completion, completion. That's the main thing. If you go to Fresno City College, where I served as interim president for a semester and a half, if you finish your associate degree at Fresno City, and you completed one of these transfer track programs, you got to think about this. It's 120 units toward a bachelor's degree. You finished 60 at Fresno City College, and you've graduated from there. Now you need 60 to graduate from Cal State Fresno. So remember, you got 2 years completed there. You got 2 years to complete your bachelor's degree. And to have a more educated workforce, that means our economy goes in this direction, our educational level goes this direction, our workforce goes this direction, because my good friend, well, I liked him as president, Barack Obama, the more educated the workforce, the lower the crime rate. And we need more homeowners, but we need more brothers out there being men and going out and purchasing homes and taking care of our families. And I'm just here to provide resources, like I've told people at both of my churches, Living Hope and at New Bethlehem Community Church. I've told them, if you want to talk to someone about going to the next level, just pull me aside. I'm not going to charge you a fee. My advice is fee, because the reason I am where I am today is because people gave me time. My time is there for you. And what we're doing at New Bethlehem with the House of Bread ministry, we're providing resources to the people in our West Fresno community, because things are going to change in 20 years. I mean, you got the Fresno City College campus there. You've got the new middle school. Edison is now the #1 high school in the area, and things are going to change in that community. But you must realize there's no major bank in our neighborhood. There's no major grocery store in our neighborhood, and we need more housing developments in our community so we can build up our communities. Like Lou Rawls said in his song Tobacco Road, tear it down and build it up so we can be proud of our community. And that's what I'm about. But our House of Bread ministry is about feeding the community, quenching their thirst, and providing resources for our community.
That's beautiful. Then Dr. Marlon Hall, just explain to the people, I'm going to put the camera on you. Explain to the people, at Lee Porter, he's a senior pastor at the church.
At New Bethlehem Community Church. And
they could see it if you push it up there. If you see it, they could see it.
Okay. And he approached me when I attended one of his services, and he asked me to be a part of his ministry, which was fine. And also he talked to me about the House of Bread ministry, which I think is a brilliant idea. And basically the fundraiser.
You can lower it a little bit so it's not covering your face. Yeah, that's exactly how it looked to the people.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And it's this Saturday, starts at noon. We have barbecue dinners. We have three meats for $20. We have 2 meats for $15, and we have one meat for $7. But each one you receive sides with some potato salad, green beans, baked beans, and also a dessert and a drink with each dinner. But by being a part, the money goes to the House of Bread ministry. Excuse me. And also, we want to bring you in so you can see what we were doing. And then next meeting we're going to have a bigger meeting where we bring more community people in to ask questions, and we can explain our mission and our platform, what we're trying to do. But we're just trying to do for the people. We're just trying to organize the people and help the people and assist the people and provide resources for the people.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, guys, so out there, what the good brother's saying, Dr. Marlon Hall, the church is over there right off Walnut and Cavlin. And what they doing, they got a fundraiser, and they're going to be having barbecue plates. I bought some sweet potato. Actually, you know what? I cut some trees over there, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years ago. You guys know I got a tree cutting business. And for Lee, and Lee was saying, how much you owe me? Lee, we know each other since we was little. I would never dare charge you. But I know for a fact that, his wife and my sister Doris Best and Patricia Porter was best friends, and I know Pat can cook them sweet potato pies. I said, Lee, man, if you could just get Pat to cook me a few sweet potato pies. She cooked the pies, and before I got home, I had ate up one of the pies. That's how good Pat could cook. So, guys, what he trying to do, barbecue. They saying that, it's going to be, they going to have different, how black people cook, tri-tip, chicken, ribs, hot links, everything. Then they going to have all the different sides. And he said next Saturday is
February 8th.
Yep.
February 8th, so it's a few days from today.
What time is it?
Starts at noon.
Starts at noon.
And if you see me on the street, I will sell you a ticket.
Yeah.
If you see Pastor Pointer on the street, he will sell you a ticket. If you see his wife, she will sell you a ticket.
But Lee don't be on the street too much. But I'm gonna tell you about Miss Patricia. She riding around in that brand new, beautiful Tesla.
Yes.
Brand spanking new.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. Guys, it's right there on Cavlin, right off Cavlin and Walnut. Cavlin and Walnut. Next Saturday, not next Saturday, because today is Sunday.
Right.
Saturday, and they're gonna start at 2. We're gonna be there. I'm gonna try to go there. I'm gonna try to have like a little portable podcast.
That would be excellent.
Yeah, but we gonna pump it right now. Me and the good brother just chopping it up right here. We want to make sure that the number one thing that we talking about, the fundraiser, the barbecue, and my main man, Lee's brother-in-law, Curtis.
Yes.
Curtis Frazier.
Yes.
Curtis. Me and Curtis went way back, when we was little kids. We was into the martial arts. That was before. And he said the other day, Doug, I might have to pop you in the chest 2 or 3 times. But I said, Curtis, can you get your legs up that high? Oh my God, yeah, Doc, this is beautiful right here, man. This is TV.
Yes.
This is real life modern TV.
Yes.
And this is what a podcast is all about. I was telling you when we was over there, man, and we just having a conversation.
Yes.
And what the beauty is, I sit there and listen to the brother. The brother is brilliant, even though he's got a doctorate in education, and he was a coach over at Roosevelt.
And I was an English teacher too.
And an English teacher.
Yes.
And then I was just conversing from then when he said that we just left Chicago, just a little.
Oh, really?
We just, I know Jeff Ford and them. This is.
Oh Lord, you bringing back history.
Yeah. I know Jeff Ford and them there in Chicago. Even though I didn't go in that neighborhood when we went back because I went with my senorita, but I love going to the old neighborhoods.
Yes.
I'm from St. Louis.
Okay.
Not too far. Not too far, baby.
Yes.
But guys, we here on the Doug Best Show. And we pumping this fundraiser for next week at the church.
February 8th.
February the 8th at
12 noon.
12 noon. Lee Pointer is the senior pastor there. And then, his wife, Patricia Frazier, not Frazier no more. It's Pointer.
Yes.
Pointer. And then they got Curtis Frazier. That's her brother. I know the food is going to be excellent. We're going to go there. We're going to support them. We just asking everybody to go over there and support them. It's a fundraiser. You remember before you can go around and buy barbecue dinners and all that stuff. Tasha Harris and the rest of them, they ain't doing it no more. Last night, I went and bought 3 sweet potato pies from my beautiful sister, Gloria Singleton. She's a church lady. Mm-hmm. And she says, Doug, I'm going to have to raise the price. And I said, man, these pies might be $50 a piece. Hey, but I said, well, whatever it is, I'm going to buy them. And I said, what, how much? $20? $20? Here, I should give you twice that. That's how good the pies are. Yeah. And I knew you guys were going to have pies and cakes and all that stuff over there.
I know we'll have cakes. I don't know if we'll have pies. I know we'll have cakes.
Patricia Pointer could cook sweet potato pies,
yeah, that's
man.
a family trait. I know her family real well.
Yeah, guys, we on the Doug Best Show, man. I'm just happy that me and the brother just sitting here just dialoguing. And then when you get on the Doug Best Show, man, it ain't like nothing script. And we got to, do stuff this way or that way. We're going to always be professional and try to, to articulate it and, not use no colorful language. Because I seen the other day, I seen Don Lemon. He's an ex-CNN anchor man. But I seen he was using a lot of profanity. I use profanity, too. Outside, this realm here. But I notice when you own these platforms, you want to articulate your language and then make sure that your communication skills are correct. Yeah, Doc, so that's part of your expertise?
Yes.
Language, communication? Man, talk to the people. I heard him talking about just briefly about people going to prison. Man, listen, I tell people I don't got no inhibitions about sharing my past with the people because I'm like a miracle. I'm like one in, how many people in the city? Maybe 600,000?
Right.
I'm like, it's maybe 5, 10 people like me, my success. When you talk about success, people go to thinking about you bragging. But this is what the possibilities are for me. I seen my son today, 2 fresh January. He got a clothing brand. It's called Straight to the Bag or To the Bag. He sell these sweatshirts. He sell hats. He sell beanies. He sell jackets. He sell all that stuff. And he was saying that, that business is in his DNA. He grew up right there at Best Market with his mama. His mama being they on the front counter and they be on the little Pac-Man machine or whatever. Yes. But guys, the doctor right here is just trying to instill in everybody, me included, that it don't matter what you done went through. You've been to prison, you done been through whatever you went through in life. God, he's a preacher too. God takes you through all that to get to this point where we're at right now. That's why they having a fundraiser at the church.
Yes.
And the church is a powerful mechanism. Talk to us about that, Doc.
Well, the church is, if you think about the way it always has been in our black community, it's been the home, the church, and the school. Mm-hmm. That triangle. We're missing that triangle today, and we need to get that triangle working again because we are a powerful people. We are a hardworking people. Mm-hmm. We are people who have a very rich history. And my biggest complaint about a lot of things I see in Fresno, especially when you think of when they redline south of Shaw, is that you see smoke shops, mini marts, and liquor stores, but you don't see a newsstand and you don't see a library. Mm-hmm. So we need to be encouraging our young people the importance of reading and writing and mathematics so they can own a tax business, go into education. I mean, the opportunity is there. I mean, I was a product of a teenage pregnancy. I'll be 67 years old.
Still look good, boy.
Thank you, brother. Mm-hmm. On Valentine's Day. And I would tell students, one of my students and I'll mention her name, Tanisha Greer, who now has a
That's my
master's.
daughter's name,
Okay.
Tanisha.
Yeah.
Tanisha Best, but she in Atlanta, Georgia.
But she has a master's degree, and she was in my class at Carver, like a lot of them. And I explained to them is the importance of you must understand that being a parent, because my son is deceased. He was killed in an auto accident 18 years ago.
Yes, sad to hear that, man.
And basically, as a former parent, and I'm still a parent because I had one of my former players who attended his funeral say, "Don't worry about it, coach. You still got us. We're still your sons too." So I'm here to be a mentor, a role model, to give you some advice, help you along, get you in the right direction, direct your path, like Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says. Trust in the Lord, but also directing your path so you can go in the right direction, because I just think that there's a lot of potential in our area that we haven't seen, and we need to get that potential out. And I think one way of doing that is through the House of Bread ministry. And the start is this fundraiser with the barbecue.
Yeah, that's
because
beautiful.
you know how they said if you build, they'll come. Or if you bring if you sell barbecue, they'll come too.
Yeah, they just got to get the word out. Yeah, so Dr. Hall, do some of the people still call you coach?
Yeah, some of my former players, they still call me coach.
He was a coach at Fresno, at Roosevelt.
Roosevelt, Edison, Carver, K8, Central High, Tranquility High, and Chowchilla High School.
That's beautiful. Doc, so how could the people, we should have got something, how could the people get in touch with you? I'm sure that you're sharing this vital and important information, and some people probably saying, you know what, I need to talk to that good brother.
Well, I have a Facebook page. It's under Marlon Hall. I'm on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you can reach me. Here's my card. You can reach me at my cell number.
You could just see if you could put it up there and just see. I'll put you on the. I'm not sure if it'll show, because I would have to go over there and draw it in. But don't worry about it, guys. I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna take a picture of him. Then we gonna put the card up there. And for a lot of us in my generation, Dr. Marlon Hall is like Kahinde.
Yes.
You know Kahinde.
Yes.
I love Kahinde, because Kahinde used to bang my head against the wall all the time verbally.
Yes.
When I do something stupid,
Mm-hmm.
oh, he checkmate me. Him and Bill Riddlespringer, because I used to
Yes.
be running around thinking that, I was Joe Blow, and they tell me, that's not what a man do. I think I'm Superman.
Yes.
But Kahinde would check me, man. I'd be like, I see him and I go the other way if I wasn't correct. This is what the good brother is. He's a doctor. He's a doctor. Let me put the microphone, put the camera back on. The good brother, he's a doctor of intelligence. He's not a medical doctor. He's a doctor of intelligence, communication, English, and what else?
Journalism.
Journalism. Oh, we right at home right
Yes.
now, baby, on the
Yes.
Doug Best Show,
Yes.
baby.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Everything is beautiful, guys. Initially he came, Pastor Lee Porter said that he wanted, man, I have one of my spokespeople come and get on your show and talk about the fundraiser. He's gonna have a barbecue fundraiser next week, February the 8th at 12 o'clock. They're gonna be selling barbecue. They're gonna be selling ribs. They're gonna have different side orders. You know how black people cook. And then we want to make sure that that I'm not excluding white people, Mexican people. Everybody's invited to come
Yes.
over there, and then
We're open to all.
Open to all. And then all the money is gonna go to a fundraiser. It's called what?
House of Bread Ministry.
House of Bread Ministry. Yeah, Pastor. Brother Hall. Anything else you want to talk to the people about? Man, we could touch anything. You said.
All I can say is this. Make sure you read so you know what's going on, and look at what brothers like Frederick Douglass and W.E.B. Du Bois said years ago, because it's coming to head right now. And the main thing I like to tell people, especially people who look like me and anyone else who wants to talk to me, is you have to vote. You have to have political power, because there's a lot of our ancestors who were killed, lynched, or beaten because they want the right to read and vote. And we can't abuse that. We need to basically bring our people up in a community where it's safe.
Yeah, so Doc, right now, and guys, y'all stay with me, man. When you're on the Doug Best Show, my son always said, Pops, you got to give him a little food, and you got to give him a little candy, but then you got to put the medicine in the candy. Yeah. So right here, don't worry about getting entertained. I'm going to entertain you. But in the meantime, we want to edify you too. We want you to leave here where you feel like you learned something. feel like you done learned something. And then with the new thing, DEI, affirmative action almost. They changing all that. And so DEI, what is affirmative action? Affirmative action is saying this, and I got to say it this way. I don't want my white friends to be offended. For all the years and hundreds of years that Elon Musk and all his people benefited from, he's from South Africa.
Right.
All the years that Elon Musk and Donald Trump and all his people benefited from, from the atrocities of using us and the Mexicans and the Asians for all these years. That's what affirmative action, that's what DEI was all about, make the playing field level. So now what they're saying, we want it to be merit-based. I could kind of understand that, being that I'm a businessman. Merit-based is saying that my daughter wants a job, but she ain't really that good. Do I give her the benefit of the doubt, or do I put the job in Miss Renisha Logan Muhammad's? Do I give her the position? I'm kind of torn with that one right there, though, Doc. So DEI, affirmative action. That's another word for it. What's better? So merit saying that even though they discriminated against us for hundreds and hundreds of years, and so that's why they created affirmative action and all those different civil rights bills that kind of level the playing field.
Right,
But what they saying right now, that's all over. Black people, Mexican people, Asian people, everybody, I don't care, whatever it is. When you come in here, if you don't have the right credentials, you can't get the job. Is they right or wrong?
Well, number one, yes and no. Reason I say yes and no, you have to have the credentials on the resume in order to get the job interview.
Okay, but what if you ain't got it though?
Okay, well, you need to figure out ways to get it.
Okay.
And we need to work together to help our youth get these credentials.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the way I look at it. I just
the microphone, just bend it to you a little bit. I got
Okay.
you though. We
Okay.
talking now, baby. It's getting hot up in the kitchen, man.
Yes.
Okay, let's keep cooking.
But I sincerely believe that, and I'm gonna just be honest with you. I mean, you look at the data, and you can go on Google and Google this. What is the percentage of black males that have 6 college degrees?
I don't
What would
know.
you think?
I got
You
2
think-
college degrees, and then I grew up in the streets. I don't know about no 6 though. I don't know if I got a lot of discipline. I don't know nobody with 6 college degrees.
I have 6.
But you like an anomaly. That's a rare exception for every race on every culture on the planet Earth.
But my point is that we have to, if this is what you want, if you want to be that auto mechanic, you have to get that skill and that certificate to be that auto
That's
mechanic.
vocational. That's
Right.
vocational.
And if you want to be the school teacher, you have to get that credential to be the school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is this: if all your ducks, we always have all our ducks in order. We have all our ducks in order. We should be able to receive that position, but it doesn't always work that way. And my biggest problem with what's happening now is that a lot of people in office want people there that they can control.
Oh, so it says, I was gonna say bootlicker, but that's not a good word. So they need some tokens. Are you just saying token black people, Mexican people? You just saying every race?
It can control, because because I was in a situation like that in Lassen College. I wasn't to be controlled, and basically my point is this: I was a community college grad, and I'm proud of it. But I completed all of my degrees. There's others that have, not just me, but I'm saying with DEI, they were just letting a lot of individuals know what was going on. It's like when I was at Fresno City College as interim president, I sat in a lot of that DEI training, and I learned a lot. I didn't realize there was redlining going on as you go south of Shaw. Because if you think about it, between Blackstone and Chestnut, Shaw to Belmont or Tulare, there is not a major grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, there's not a major grocery store. And then all the major ones like the Vons and the Save Marts and things like that have gone outside, not in that central area. And in that central area, as people move out, Blythe, homelessness, and so on and so forth, that's in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So I've looked at that, and a friend of mine, every morning from Monday through Saturday, I drink coffee at the Cup of Joy by Fresno High. And the group I drink coffee with are, most of them are retired educators like myself, but some are in other professions. And we're a mixed ethnic group, but I'm the only black that comes there.
That's a good thing sometimes.
But we have decent conversations about things. And basically, everybody's history to me is important.
It is.
Everybody's history is important. But don't neglect this history because you don't want these people to know it, because people need to know that a black man invented the traffic light. They need to understand that. They need to understand that a black man started the first blood bank, Dr. Charles Drew. We need to understand that. We need to understand things like that.
Right.
And I mean, it's just the opportunities are there. And the other thing, Brother Bess, I will say, is that we have to provide exposure to our young people to the resources in our communities. Because I remember growing up in Chicago, there were summer jobs I had where every Friday they would take us to various colleges and universities in the city, outside the city, to Wisconsin and downstate, so we could see what is available to us. The other thing that I've seen that's gone from our country that we used to have, because you remember the summer job program?
Of course, I remember the summer job. I had I only had one job before in my life.
But you know what I'm talking about, the summer youth employment.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Mr. Miller gave me that job.
Yes. I was in the summer youth in Chicago and here. Then I got to the point where I was a teacher and I taught in their academic enrichment STEP programs. And one time I was administrator over academic enrichment. Those programs provided exposure. They provided job training, also provided you with the skill that you developed your resume and you developed a portfolio. Because I can tell you this, our HBCUs that a lot of people talk about, if a student comes in with their transcripts, their resume, their portfolio, they will admit you right then.
Right.
If you're an athlete, that's a bonus. If you're in the band, it's a double bonus. And basically, we need to expose our youth to what's going on here with our HBCUs and our Cal State University Fresno. I mean, we've got Cal State Fresno, we got UC Merced. The number of black students there is going down.
Right.
And that's not a good thing. We need our educational levels going up, not down.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, we're sitting here talking, you guys on the Doug Best Show, and we talk. We have a diversity of ranges of subject matters and guests on the show. And then I want to just tell a good brother, I'm glad you came, man.
I'm glad I'm here, man. I've been hearing about your show.
Oh, you've been hearing about the Dougie, baby.
Yeah, for 2 years. We're Facebook friends, and now, you know, I catch wind of what you have going on. But you remind me of there's a radio station in Chicago, WVON, and it was owned by this Jewish man named Leonard Chess, who actually went to high school down the street from my house in Chicago, but he's much older than me. He was responsible for careers of people like Etta James and Muddy Waters and Ramsey Lewis, but he also owned a radio station. And WVON, the call letters, and I started in like 1960. The call letter stood for Voice of the Negro. So we need to be, what I see you being is voice of the black community right now.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. But and then I would love to have that responsibility and that task. But I wanted to make it to be more broader.
Oh, I understand that too. I'm not leaving out any of my other brothers, and I call them all my brothers because my late son was part Latino and black.
Right.
And so, you know, I'm we need to be broad. Okay, let me rephrase that. Voice of the community.
Voice of the people, baby.
Voice of the
the
people.
Doug Best Show was for the people, baby.
Yes.
Yeah, guys, you know, when we initially started, this Dr. Marlon Halls, and what he's doing, he came here initially to talk about a fundraiser that they're going to have. I keep blowing the church. Bethlehem.
New Bethlehem Community Church.
New Bethlehem Community Church.
I know if we don't say that, Pastor Pointer's going to call me up tonight.
No. We're gonna make sure we talk about Pastor Lee Pointer and Miss Sweet Potato Pie that she might cook, Patricia Pointer, and Curtis Frazier, her big brother out there. Yeah, guys, and Big Mike. Yeah, we want to invite everybody to come to the fundraiser Saturday, February the 8th. It starts at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, they're going to have barbecue, ribs, chicken, hot links, and probably hamburgers, but for sure, black people they gonna have the potato salad,
Yes.
macaroni salad. Guaranteed, on my life, they gonna have them greens.
Well, they'll have. I don't know about greens. I know we'll have potato salad. We won't have macaroni salad, but we have potato salad.
You don't have no greens?
No, we won't have greens.
They ain't gonna put no neck bones and no ham hocks in them greens.
Oh, hey, you just.
They might. Somebody might do it because I'm planting the seed.
Yeah,
I'm planting the seed.
I hear you. But getting back to your question, the good thing I saw about DEI when I was at Fresno City in those sessions is everybody got to learn about everyone. Because I used to tell my students, I said, if you're in a class, there's 5 Latino students, 10 black students, 15 Asian students. You need to learn about each other because we have misconceptions about everybody's different ethnic group, or as they call it, affinity group. And I just think we're just learning about each other. We learn that's what this country was built on, if you really think about it.
No, I agree with that, man. And then earlier when we first started the show, I was making this the Doug Best show, and the show is like the brother says for everybody. I was making an appeal to the city council, Aries. He's a Mexican guy.
Yeah, I know who he is.
I don't know him. I don't know none of these guys. I'm a businessman.
I know who he is.
Yeah, but I'm making an appeal to him and Chavez and whoever else is that's down there. Man, come be on the show, man, for the people.
Yes.
So I went and talked to the mayor to try to get him to come be on the show, but I don't know if he might have been real busy or whatever. But look, man, this is like a small podcast, I'm sure, with TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I got 20,000 followers and people that watch me. Don't worry about it. That phone is gonna always ring. This best taxes, baby. This best taxes, but we doing a podcast right now. I just want to appeal if we got some Mexican people out there, man, come be on the show. And I don't want it to just the people to think that you got to be a big shot.
No,
everybody ain't gonna be like the distinguished brother here with 6 degrees. Man, that's a rare exception to the rule. White, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. I just wanted to say out there to the Mexican people that's going through all whatever they're going through right now, man, just hang in there and just stick together. And if the Mexican people, somebody's going to look at this and says, man, cut him off there. If the Mexican people don't go to work for 3 days, don't go to Walmart for 3 days, don't go to Target for 3 days, don't go to Wendy's for 3 days, that's money, billions and billions and billions of dollars. Man, they'll come to the conference table where, they'll come to the table where they'll just start being they'll be a little more respectful in how they treating the people. Because a lot of guys out there, a lot of Mexicans out there, you could be in the middle class right now and you think that because you got a job, you like a white person. If they pull you over, I just said this on 2 or 3 shows, if they pull a good doctor over right now, they don't know he got 6 degrees. He's a black man. If they pull a Mexican person over right now, you might be working for City Hall, you might be a police officer, you might be whatever you might be. When they pull you over, they don't know all that. They're going to treat you just like they're going to treat your cousin, your auntie, your grandma, or whoever it is, because you're a Mexican, and then they might learn about that later. He is a middle-class Mexican. But what you got to do, just like me and the good brothers talking about right now, we got to stand up for each other, and the Mexican people right now, you got to stand up for your other people. Even though they might have came over here illegally, they came over here to get some money. Now, if they broke the law, they supposed to go to jail. But it could be your auntie that ain't breaking the law. She going washing the dishes for these people, cooking for these people.
Exactly.
You just asking them to treat them with some respect.
Yes.
And so I've been watching the news all the time lately. If you guys got to go and educate yourself. If the police or ICE or whatever it is, them people that just pull you over, you on the Doug Best Show. I'm here to teach the people whatever I know to try to share it with you. If they just pull you over, you don't have to say nothing. You got a 5th and 6th Amendment where you could just stop. Don't say nothing. If they force you, just tell them, you want an attorney to be their president.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you got to, and this what the doctors talking about, even though we black, and we pushing the fundraiser from Lee Pointer Church over there on Cavlin and Walnut next Saturday at 12 o'clock. We want everybody to leave here and then learn something.
Yes.
And then I'm going to close. Doc, just take us home, man.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, brother. You have a great format. You have a great voice that's going out to community. I just want to say to all of us, we got to work together. Because as I learned years ago in Chicago from the Reverend Jesse Jackson, remember this, all of you, I am somebody. I am somebody. And that's all I can tell you. You are somebody. Everyone is somebody.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And I want to thank the good brother, man. I want to thank the good brother, Dr. Marlon Halls, for coming and being on the show and promoting the barbecue fundraiser at Brother Lee Pointer, Pastor Lee Pointer's church over on Cavlin and Walnut next Saturday at 12 o'clock. And then I want to thank all the people out there that's listening to me. Then, I'm going to repost it on Facebook. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. And then, guys, I'm just making a personal appeal to you. Go to YouTube and just subscribe to the Doug Best Show. If you want to be a guest on the show, I'll stop making money. This is the busiest tax office in the city. We turned away 6 people so me and the brother could talk and I could talk to you guys out there. Subscribe to the Doug Best Show. If you want to go to Facebook, just follow me. I can't have more friends because they got a limit at 5,000. But you can continue to follow me and go to TikTok and Instagram and all that kind of stuff.
I have about 2,500.
Yeah, so on 25 subscribers or 25?
25 friends on Facebook.
I got like close to 10,000.
Yeah.
But then we growing every day. But
Yes.
I don't have enough time,
Yes.
to vote to it because I'm here in the tax office. Yeah, but Doc, I appreciate you coming here, and I appreciate all the people out there in the listening audience that always allow me into your life and into your mind and into your hearts. And you guys, man, just keep sticking together and have some integrity in everything you do. Thanks, Doc.
Thanks.
Always with love, man.
And we're on the Doug Best Show,
Talk
baby.
to me, baby. Let's ride. Okay, guys, I love you for that. We finna close it. I'll see you guys soon.